Afternoon. Message for the parents, in particular the boys at St Columba's School. Really want to reach out to you and ask for your help with us getting the independent learning right for the boys at school. We have had feedback from different outside bodies that we work with about what we are doing and the impact it's having and how they're holding it up as an example to other schools of how to set online learning work. There's always room for improvement, but the way that we're limiting it to 5 subjects a day, that we're not overburdening the boys with lots and lots and lots of learning that they can't cope with, particularly when you've got more than one person at home wanting to use the computer, is held up as a model. However, this is only as good as the boys' effort putting into understanding what we're asking them to do in the first place. I'm going to give you an example. I have got a Year 8 set, and last week I tried to just get to grips with why I'm not getting the responses that I want. And today I've sent them an email for work, which I do every day, which says, please read this email to the very end. Don't do anything until you get to the end of the email. Now, if you remember being back at primary school, you would have sat there, the teachers always did it at primary school for some reason or other, and they'd give you a test. And the first line of the test would say, read through the whole test carefully and then start to answer. And as you read through the whole test carefully, number 30 would be, do not do anything with this test, just sit there, put your pen down and smile. And other people who just start at question 1 without reading the instructions would waste a bit of time, and so on and so forth. I've done something similar with my class today. I've sent them an email because I was sure they weren't reading my mails, saying read through this mail before you attempt any work. And there was links to some Year 11 really difficult work, but it wasn't set for them. And right at the bottom it said reply to this email so I know you've read it before you start any work. And I got very, very few responses. People even went and did the Year 11 work and blindly did it and got 7%, 5%, 20% in one case. But it was pointless. That wasn't the idea. The idea was that you would reply to the email because that's what the instruction was. And what we need is for the boys to sit down with you perhaps for 5 minutes at the start of their day, get the 5 emails that they've been given that day, whether it's art, whether it's music, drama, whether it's maths, PE, whatever it happens to be, and they read out what the teacher is expecting them to do for that lesson. And if they can read it out and explain to you what's expected of them, they might understand what we're asking them to do. So a maths teacher may give them a link to a video clip they need to watch and pause and take notes on. But if the boy just says, right, I've got doddle and I'm going to just do it like that, there is no point. It's not a learning exercise. It's just him trying to get through the work as quick as possible. So please encourage your son to explain to you at the start of the day what the 5 teachers of that day are asking him to do and how he's going to go about doing it. It should take no more than 5 minutes of your time and will really add to the learning experience of your son, because we now know it's not looking likely that we're going to be opening for all year groups, certainly not until the start of July now, and even beyond that, who knows. So we need to get this online learning right. We hope we've done it in a way that really does develop their independent learning skills. I think this little tweak will need your support because you're the ones in the house with your sons, and just getting them to focus on what we're asking them to do and not race through the work so they can get back on the PlayStation, whatever it is they've got at home to play games. 2 other things. One, I'm going to hear later on in the week from the school, we're looking to challenge the boys to do something to raise a little bit of money for CAFD over the half-term break, a bit of a big challenge, which the whole family can join in and try and raise a little bit of money for sponsorship. CAFD are desperate for money to support developing countries, projects in developing countries, particularly with coronavirus affecting those. And it's sort of got lost as we've all looked after charities closer to home, the picture of that. So please listen to what's being said for that. And the second one, Miss Martin has set a real challenge for the boys to do some project-based learning. And this is something away from the lessons that your son's being set. And this week the project is to make a bath bomb and record what they've done with it, whether it's on a video or whether it's through written work. Really interesting things, and we're very lucky in that somebody connected with a family at the school has sponsored a prize each week for that. So there'll be a £20 Amazon voucher for the best approach to this project-based learning. So please encourage your son to do it. It's getting creative. It's doing something different. A lot of the work that I'm seeing is absolutely wonderful. I hope you enjoyed looking at weekly news as much as I have. It is fantastic. Some of the artwork is out of this world, and please, if your son's not producing the work, please encourage him to have a look at the art work that Miss Archer is setting. It's unbelievable, and the responses have been fantastic. Please encourage your sons to do that, to actually take their minds away from just straight academic maths work, although that's obviously what I like doing. But it'd be good for them to do that, and just to keep busy with interesting stuff from right the way across the curriculum. Okay, stay safe and God bless.